Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. Kaylee is catching us up on all the latest Hollywood news. Kaylee?
Good morning, guys. The box office is back in business, and New York City transforms into a real-life Nintendo Mario Kart game. But first, here's a look at this year's upcoming Emmys. TV's Biggest Night reveals how this year's ceremony will look. In an interview with Variety, show producers of the 72nd Primetime Emmy Awards share it will broadcast live from 140 locations, with host Jimmy Kimmel and the production crew working from the Los Angeles Staples Center instead of its original home, the Microsoft Theater. The new location was chosen because the size of the building allows room to operate under COVID-19 protocols and has the signal strength to allow as many as 140 live feeds at once. They aim to have professional cameras and camera operators on site wherever the nominees are located, hoping to avoid anyone using platforms like FaceTime, Skype, and Zoom, because we all know how those go. Producers are still structuring the show, which airs Sunday, September 20th, so almost in a month.
Okay.
I do not want to get political, but I will just say Jimmy Kimmel is still hosting.
I know. I was surprised to see that.
I was very surprised, and I guess his agents and producers were right. They said, take a leave of absence, get out of the news, get out of sight, out of mind, and everybody will forget it.
And guess what? I've forgotten.
That's what he had a controversy a few months back for the Man Show he did in the 90s for doing blackface.
Right on. And that is the thing, though. People, they forget so easily.
There's always something new to focus on. But I was just surprised when I saw your story that he was still...
Right, and maybe this will be his redeeming way back into his own show.
Yeah.
Good point.
Exactly.
Well, America is heading back to the movies slowly. 44 states now have screens open, with restrictions, of course. But two of the biggest markets, California and New York, remain closed. Russell Crowe's road rage thriller Unhinged topped the weekend box office, bringing in $4 million as theaters slowly start reopening in the U.S. The film made its debut Friday, screening in about 1,800 theaters across North America. This is the first major theatrical release since the start of the pandemic. Older movies like the good old Goonies and Back to the Future also made the top 10.
I love that.
Okay,
I think a lot of these theaters had to not compromise, but they had to accommodate movies not being shown.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Out there.
Chris, the critic, is not a big fan of
Unhinged.
this
Yeah.
Unhinged movie.
She said it was fine, but she was back in the theater, so.
Yeah, she was happy to be back.
But
in
I
the
tell
theater.
you, I was too young to see the Goonies or Back to the Future in the theater. So now maybe I should go and see it in the theater.
You would love that because you love Back to the Future.
I love Back to the Future.
There is a drive-in theater near my hometown, and I saw recently that they were playing older movies like that too.
Oh,
so
that's great.
Awesome.
Love it.
yeah, good time to go. Speaking of movies, the long-awaited teaser trailer for The Batman is here. DC fans are getting their first full look at Robert Pattinson donning that famous cape and mask. It's a virtual fan experience featuring appearances by Pattinson and the movie's director Matt Reeves. The teaser trailer, as you see here, shows Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, and Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth. So the Batmobile is also getting a sleek new look. The movie halted production due to the coronavirus, so the teaser showcases roughly 25% of the movie. And according to Reeves, fans will have to wait until October 2021 for that Batman release.
It's so funny to do this because I was actually at my desk yesterday and I started to play the trailer. And Gage, a producer from the other side of the room, goes, "Oh, are you watching the Batman trailer?" Like he knew just from the music.
Oh, from the music.
There was no, audio going except for not talking.
Right.
It was just music. And I was like, yeah. So it was funny to see the guy playing the Penguin, Russell Crowe, did not look like him at all. And I didn't even see Zoe Kravitz. I must have missed her.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of these villains are going to have long stints in the movie. It might just be shorter so they can do their own solo sort of films.
Oh yeah, good
maybe.
call.
I'm not sure, but yeah, there's the Riddler, the Penguin, Catwoman. I think those are the three main villains.
Okay, good to know.
I think.
Yeah.
It looked, the trailer looked dark and creepy, and I was not as offended by Robert Pattinson as Batman as I thought I would be.
Me either.
I just think of him as a vampire.
I think
Okay, there you go.
I'm really excited for Alfred too.
Yeah.
Popcorn sales though are popping. Americans who aren't heading to the theaters are binging movies and TVs at home, of course. So they're sending demand through the roof, according to a new report from some of the top popcorn suppliers in the United States. Jolly Time, Act 2, and Orville Redenbacher are seeing hikes between 40 and 70%.
Wow.
Popcorn. Who would have guessed?
No, I like Orville Redenbacher. That's my favorite.
I like the popcorn that has a purple bag. I don't remember what kind it is, but I eat it.
So I do it on the
you.
stove. I do it old school. On the,
well, you don't have a microwave,
stove.
Kelly.
Well, I
Yeah.
know, but I make some good popcorn.
You know,
just
my
telling
favorite
you.
is at Christmas time when you get the big bin and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
divided in threes and it's
Cheese.
cheddar and caramel
and caramel,
corn.
and the other one's butter.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Love
my
it.
grandma always got those.
Yeah.
So here's the next one. We're all starting a new school year, but this girl is heading to college with less loans thanks to Taylor Swift. Vittoria Mario dreamed of continuing her education at the University of Warwick in the UK. She got excellent grades, even scoring the highest marks on her final high school exams, but she had one major problem, as many people do. The price tag for the university was too steep. So Mario started a GoFundMe page and got the shock of her lifetime. Everything has changed as Taylor Swift chipped in $30,000.
Well, isn't that amazing? I wonder how she found that.
Share it, support, whatever they could do. And just out of the blue, my friend just messaged me saying, oh, Taylor Swift donated. But I didn't think was the full amount. And then when she screenshot my GoFundMe page and she sent it to me, I was just like, wow, I need to sign in to check. And I did, and the money was there.
A crazy, cool experience there. Mario moved from Portugal to the UK in 2016 to live with her family. Unfortunately, she lost her father and her mother is still in Portugal. She says she has no idea how Taylor Swift even figured out she had a GoFundMe page.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How she found her page.
Of all the people, just
Yeah.
you randomly find that.
And you know, I mean, that's a great thing that she did. But you know that she always knows she's going to get that publicity for that goodness.
Yeah,
You know.
and I mean $30,000 to one of the top music
Yeah.
icons of the century.
Yes.
T Swift, that's like 30 cents.
Yeah,
Well, it is.
honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, nice gesture for sure.
Right. And speaking of Mario, check this one out. It's a real-life Nintendo game. Filmmaker Caleb Simpson and Irving Salazar transformed themselves into Mario and Luigi on the streets of New York City. Donning the iconic red and green outfits, they hopped onto electric go-karts and sped around the Big Apple. They hit up iconic stops, including Washington Square Park and Times Square, and even native New Yorkers, somewhat jaded group that's hard to surprise, had to do a double take as they sped by. So what was the point of all this? According to Simpson, it was just to spread some positive energy and make people laugh.
Cute.
That would have been cute. for
Those
sure.
go-karts run about 15 miles per hour.
Oh.
They were afraid that the motorized ones or even a car sort of thing would get them a ticket.
And that 50 miles an
true.
hour is faster than most traffic days in New York because
Well,
it's
that
all
is true,
standstill. usually.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can see them swerving through some traffic there too.
Yeah.
They did get stopped by cops, but it was just a routine ID check for about everyone.
They let him go. That's so cute. I'd like to have one of
That's
those.
very adorable,
Yeah.
Kaylee. Good stories today.
Yeah, it's
Luigi.
fantastic.
Now, are you guys fans of Batman type movies?
Yeah.
Will you
Yeah.
see the Batman?
Oh, I'll see this one for sure.
You will. Yeah, I'm not a Batman fan, but you said you are.
Yeah, I like the Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson Batman
Yeah.
series.
See, that's the thing. I feel like how many times is it going to be redone?
Oh, a million.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like Groundhog Day to me. I'm sorry.
That's how I feel about Spider-Man.
You know-
but because they would
Same,
do that every
same.
5 years.
Same.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway.
Maybe there will be a different spin.
Thanks, Kaylee. All right, coming up, it's our Right This Minute video of the day. Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.
I thought Alfred was a little younger than
Oh,
I
then you
pictured,
just-
so maybe that's
yeah.
the spin. Alfred's a bit.